Welcome back. This is what Sydney looks like today. Really, really smoky. There's been bushfires roaring through New South Wales for a few weeks now. The whole city smells like a campfire, you know. It's kind of nice. It's kind of gross. It's times like this we should just take a moment, lest we forget the trees that have burnt down. It's not a time to be upset. It's a time to be grateful. It's a moment to be grateful because having clean air isn't our right. It's a gift from the trees. They give it to us. They literally take poison that's in the air and then turn it into a solid matter on their trunk and then just leave it there still. And then just look beautiful. Isn't that great? Isn't that beautiful? And they exhale the gas of life for us. They exhale oxygen. Half of your breathing takes place on the trees around you. You're doing a little bit for yourself. You're doing a little bit of the breathing. But most of it's just taking place in the trees around you. They're doing all the hard work. Isn't that beautiful? Take away the trees, you won't be able to breathe. You won't be able to breathe. We live by the tree. We live by the tree. They produce oxygen and fruit for us. Like this giant mango. Isn't that the two best things? Air and fruit. Doesn't get better than that. Water's pretty good. Although you can find a lot of water in your fruit. It's almost like we evolved in the trees. It's so bizarre. It's almost like that was the case. It's almost like abandoning trees is abandoning nature, you know? Spend enough time looking at a tree and you'll see that it's not just a big pile of carbon, you know? If I look at your veins, they look a lot like branches on trees. Now, are you your veins? Is that pattern of your veins? Is that who I'm talking to right now? Or am I talking to a being within? You think it's any different with trees? Do you think it's just a pile of carbon and leaves? No. There is actually a life being underneath this tree that's completely invisible to you. But spend enough time looking at a tree, and you might be lucky enough to see it as, wow. Today's not about complaining about smoke or being upset or disappointed. It's about thanking your tree, thanking your neighbor tree. Thank a tree. Thank a tree. Thank a tree on your way to work. Thank a tree on your lunch break. Before you get on the bus, thank a tree. Thank a tree. Next time you walk past a tree, just thank it. Say thank you. Thank you. Once you say thank you to enough trees, you'll see that, holy shit, like, I should be thanking you. And that I'm not just saying thank you to nothing. I'm saying thank you to something that allows me to breathe, that allows life to happen for me. It's so beautiful. Thank enough trees, and one day, if you're really lucky, you might hear you're welcome. Or maybe they'll say thank you to you. You know, that's really special. So this is my house just here, this old creepy one. And this is a beautiful gum tree or something like this, and it's right here. And it is one of the most beautiful trees I've ever met in my life. It feels like I have a really close personal relationship with this tree. And she's just so beautiful. I'm giving an extra thank you to this tree, not just for being an absolute legend for being a tree, but also for being my friend. I totally understand how the Indigenous Aboriginals had such a tremendous and beautiful close relationship with the land, and it honestly feels like this native tree is just singing. It's singing. Sounds like I'm sort of being a bit like snarky and sarcastic, but I'm not joking. Like it's the real deal. I love trees. I love them. They're so nice.